Hello, hello people, I hope you are all doing well. Now we are going to be going live in about a minute or so. I will show my face in a second. Now, that was a bit of an abrupt end, but hello guys, how are we all doing? I hope you are all doing well and everyone is in a good mood. How's everyone Friday been? Let's have a look through some of the chats here today. Thank you Daniel for coming, Punk Chef 41 and friends, I appreciate it. Evening Adam, evening Dannington, evening Daniel. Hey Jake, hope we get some good news for belated birthday present. Happy birthday mate. Hey Bob, how you doing mate? Hello Dannington, how are you? Yeah, get your mental health chat in guys. I don't have my stream deck to hand to do it, so we'll just do it like this. One to 10, let me know how you're all doing. I am not reading that, Adam. I said that once today myself and nearly got annoyed with myself. I think I said it to Rob earlier on a call, so I'm not doing that. Ian Lodo, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Also, if you are on the shorts as well, we are on the shorts as well. We're doing dual streaming at the same time. 3-4. So solid 8, 3-4. But how are we all doing? We know what today was. Today was for bidders getting their bids in. Now, we're not going to get a bid or anything today. It's just not going to happen. They're getting the preferred bidders in. They then got to go through all the bids and then whittle them all down. You could have it that you have 4 people bid in. They're going to go through all 4 bids to do it. I can't see it being anything until next week. If I'm brutally honest, it'll be next week if you get anything. Submission of date, exactly, mate. And that's what Alex Miller said earlier. He said, look, the bids have got, they know that bids have gone in, and they're going to be going through them and seeing what happened next week. I don't think any news will. I don't think there'll be any news out till middle of next week. Middle of next week onwards, I don't think. I'm just thinking weekend of well. You got to think weekend of well. Are they going to be working over the weekend to do it in terms of an administration, or is it going to be a 9 to 5 every Monday to Friday? You got to remember, they might not be working the schedule that is for the football club. They might be working their own schedule for the 9 to 5. Can we not get Moser playing up front and getting some 13 foot? Good way of doing it. Your honesty is always brutal, superb kind of thing. Lee, how you doing? How you are, mate? Hi Jake, after tomorrow, when will you play Derby County? Oh, I think it'll be at least 3 or 4 seasons before we play you, maybe 2. I think we need some time in League 1 to take a shot. I did say superb. You are right. If you're new here, anytime I say superb, you take a drink. It was really bad when I used to do it on Talking Wednesday. People used to get a little bit liquored. Hey, For Real Gameplay. How you doing, mate? I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're good. Also, just a quick one. Somebody on Twitter I've been speaking to a couple of times. He has got a similar building. He got a company that does the same buildings as these that I'm currently in and sells similar ones. And it's called the Wellness Village and Garden Buildings in Exton. Go have a look at them if you want to get any buildings like a summer house or sauna or indoor barbecue kind of thing. And he said if someone says they'll rent it, they'll give you a discount as well. So it's the Garden Buildings and Outbuildings, WellingtonVillage.uk. WellingtonVillage.uk. So give them a look, see what they're like. I love mine. I didn't get mine from there, but they sell similar things. I can imagine it's the same setup that they do for this, and have a look at them. I think it'll be good to see. Also, you may have some shirts that we might be able to do something where the proceeds of doing like a raffle or something go to Sheffield Children's Hospital, but we'll have a look into that down the line. Personally leaning toward Catley because he's done it before. Then again, we don't really know who the other people are. True. A lot of talk about concesting the minor 15. There is a lot of talk about the concesting the minor 15. I think the thing with the minor 15, it all comes down to what the EFL do. You've got to remember the minor 15 is a guideline. It's a guideline. They don't have to technically give it us. But can you imagine the outcry if they did? Not bad, pal. Got a long 45-minute walk home, then football, but scored an overhead kick. Oh, nice one, mate. Nice one. I used to hate trying to do overhead kicks. I used to always do them wrong and always land on my back and be like out for a couple of days because I'm not built for being in the air. But yeah, it's one of those situations where you look at the landscape. I feel like you got the situation where if something can come together with the EFL where they can turn around and say, hey, we'll let those minor 15 points go. But can you imagine the uproar from everyone saying how it would be? I was watching a Sunderland fan talking about the minor 15. We shouldn't get it, saying you don't kick a man while he's down. I agree. Mental health goes about 4. Oh, I hope we can make it better, mate. I hope you're doing well, mate, Nick. By the way, hi, Nick. I don't remember if I said hi or not. I think there needs to be some lenience with the minor 4, but again, it's not our call. It's not the club call. I jokingly said to someone this week saying when we went to the EFL to do the meeting for the 2-day thing about changing the playoff system to this new way of doing it. Annoyed me. We'll get into that in a minute. But I said, I wonder if we kind of nudge when we'll vote in the way you want to vote if you'll take the minor 15s away off in a kind of like a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek kind of way. I doubt that's what's happened. And the thing is that new playoff setup was always going to win. It's something the Prem wants. Prem gets. Prem gets, sadly. Hope it... I hope it picks up for you, Nick. I really do. It's not great when we're feeling a bit low. But I think the thing is, you got at the minute is that if bids will have gone in and now they've got to do all the going through all the paperwork, going through all the due diligence and stuff. And the thing is, people go, I hope they do a better job than they did last time. For everything that they got through, it looks like it right. And the thing is, they did go with who was the highest in what was meant to happen. And I've seen a lot of people over the last couple of days going, I thought they got to go with the highest. You've got to remember, these are court-appointed people. So they have to do what the court says. So if a judge says, hey, if there's someone you don't think who's going to pass, but they offer the most, but someone below offers less, we might have to turn around and say, you take that one instead to get it done and get it through, which you'll know will pass the tests. There is a part of me that thinks that. Give me a minute. It's a little bit cold in here. Have a good night, mate. You should make it back in time. I can't see you not doing. I should be... I don't know how long I'm going to be live for tonight, actually. It's that Friday feeling. But you know what? It's that dumb thing that I got at the minute where we don't know what's going to happen next. Like, generally, let's call it what it is. We haven't got a clue what the next situation with Sheffield Wednesday is going to be. Like, we know that Ding gone back to Middlesbrough. And thank you for his time. It's always good when they come in and do well for us. Granted, someone will go, oh, but he let all these goals in. But he made some very good saves in games. Ian and Mark, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. But we're in that kind of land of wait and see again. And we've been in the land of wait and see for a lot of this season about what will happen, if this will happen, if that'll happen. And again, I'm at the point where people are like, do you want this person? Do you want that person? Do you want that person? I just want stability right now. Like, generally, I've happily take the rest of my time supporting Wednesday without hearing the word HMRC bill due, EFL embargoes, point deductions, restrictions. I'd happily take the rest of my life supporting Wednesday without having to hear those phrases at all. Going okay. I'm not too bad, Mark. It's been a weird day. It's been a good day, but also one of those days where I don't feel like I've got a lot done. But when I look at it, I have actually got a fair bit done. One of the weird days where I can't really give myself what I've done and how I've done it, if that makes sense. Predictably, unpredictable, that is us. Exactly, that is very much us. That is a very good statement for us. Hey up, Sharman. Someone said, how you doing? Hope you're well. But I do feel like we've got this situation where whoever comes in next, we need a plan. We need a long-term plan. And it can't be get to the Prem. That is the ultimate goal, don't get me wrong, to get to the Prem. That's got to be in there with the plan, but it can't be just the be-all and end-all. There's got to be something. You look at how well Lee Jackson's done with that pitch. That pitch is incredible. You know, typical, innit? The deadline passes, and then I win 170 million. Like, it's just bad luck all the way. Evening, Jez. How you doing, mate? Maybe you could come an investor. Maybe you can become one of those like angel investors into the club instead. That's the way you do it. You're the person that comes when they come knocking for more money. You like, there you go, have a little bit more. That'll get you your squad sort for next season. Don't worry about that. We've got you covered. Silent investor, that's the word I was looking for. But I think it's that thing right now where we wait and see. There's nothing me, you, or the people down the road can do to do it. Survived an all week, working week. Big love to you all in the chat. Much appreciate that. Have been a long week work-wise. Very busy. Yeah, I can imagine it's been quite busy for a lot of people in certain fields with everything. If Ashley gets us, he'll sell us. If Ashley gets us, he'll sell us for some Euro million winnings. Yeah. You got your first person who will buy us. I think the thing with Ashley will make us stable, but it's that whole thing where, from all the people we've heard who in the media said that who are interested, Ashley is the one that looks like the safer bet in terms of just having a stable bit, because you know what they're about. But at the same time, we don't know what the Stork family is like, what they would do. We've heard what they do, but we've never seen them do it, and they do have that blue crow. But we don't know if there's 2 or 3 more other people who are in that bidding stages who all went in. I'm no angel. Ashley, all the way for you. Ian, I hope you're good. Hey up, John. How you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Where's my drink? Chin chin, by the way, to you all. But yeah, it's one of them kind of things where I look at what happens next. And we have seen all the stuff about Mike Ashley. The one that came out this week about Mike Ashley. A player said the players had to go on strike to get the bonuses. And that kind of stuff you kind of don't want to have. But at the same time, it's trying to figure out. I'm very thankful we're not the ones that have to make the decision of fans. Generally, because can you imagine if fans had a say in who got us? Easy, Hector, how you doing, mate? How you doing? Hope you're well. You're doing well at the minute. You think you got enough to go up with 11 games left to go? Let's have a look at the table a minute. Also, how did everyone like the everyone like the idea I did for the preview? I'm thinking about next year doing more of this for the previews and showing more stuff on screen like this, so it's set up as a different thing instead of having it as a screenshot thing that I did today. I'm thinking about doing more. We need 6 teams in the playoffs next year. I don't agree with it. I hate it. I hate the new way of doing it, Russ. I absolutely detest the new way of going into playoffs. I think it's dumb. I think it's absolutely done, and it just green money. We need some stability. Whoever gets us, yep. Ashley the businessman, and he will turn you around and sell you for profit. Yep, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt he'll sell for profit, and that's what he would do. But he would need to get us in the Prem to do it. So it would mean we would go get sorted and get in the Prem. I just want to see the club structured properly with football people from top to bottom. I agree. Looking okay, 6 wins, I think he'll do it. Nice. Ian, in that, how you doing? Not a fan of Ashley. I've seen how he treats his workers and given what everyone at Hilf have gone through, the last thing needed 0 contract. True. And with you, pumped 46 games and then 8 games can go up. It's a joke. Oh, it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's all money. It's all money. It's a complete and utter joke. We need a businessman, not a clown. True. At least we'll get to lift a cup of you, but direct one. I have 2 of them in my house. One of them's a fat cup that we use just to pour all the fat from when we're cooking in. That's all it functioned. It chipped to buggery. But yeah, I think it can be interesting to see who gets us. Generally, I really do think it can be interesting to see who gets us again. The fact that we're sat in this position again doesn't help when we all were very much like, hey, looks like it's done, we look like we're close to being done, and then they pull out. I've had some really weird theories as well with the board group and stuff. Because they pulled out on Wednesday, on Friday, American and so went to war, and where some of the money was going on is some of the places that got hit. So I do wonder if that was a kind of thing they knew it was coming or something, but I don't know. That said, the fact is he's still better than Option and Chansiri. Yeah, that's the thing. The thing is, Chansiri will be sweating over this at a minute, because you got to think if some of these people don't hit that 25p to the pound rule, no, he's not going to get much. He'll probably get $1 million, if anything. He could end up with diddly squat, which, again, a lot of people will be happy with that. It would be kind of just dessert, but it would mean we're still in that position of being, what's the word? Being minus 15, and the thing is that minus 6, great. That's 2 wins. Minus 15 is not great. I don't think. Oh no, good. I agree with you. He shouldn't get anything. I agree. That man shouldn't be getting any money, but by letter of the law, he's the highest creditor. Yeah, same. It's funny how his family stopped doing stuff. Hope we sell for 20 million. He gets no. True. Not great without a team too. Yeah, I think team next year can be interesting. 9 players contracted. 9. We have 9 players contracted at our club for next season, which is insane when you think about it. Also, big interesting one. Parma it'll be 1 away at the weekend from 500 games, so incredible milestone for him to get. I know there's some people who are not a big fan of Parma, and you see it all the time on Twitter and stuff that are not a big fan of him or social media. But he's still doing it. He's captain. So yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. But the only issue I have with minus 15 points will be able to attract many players. I agree, but I think the club helps attract with players. I think the club itself does that for you. You don't need to worry too much about that. The club is what will make it attractable. Like, I remember when we had it when Darren Moore was here. Darren Moore had the situation that he could only bring 3s and he still managed to get people in, and that could be a bit of thing and a bit of not. What the hell is this? Sorry about Just give the kids a go. Yeah, I agree with the kind of give the kids a go, but then you've got them to have to play their games. They still got to play their games, and that's the other thing. You still got to get them to play their games. They still got to play under 21 games. That's the thing. The baller hater, the man, I love him. We didn't have the point deduction, but we did have the thing where we were still in a mess. We couldn't give what we wanted to. We had to do interesting deals. Players will still go to clubs, even with minor 15, even with point deduction. You only have to look at Wigan, Reading. People still went to those clubs, and depending on who you get in as your, say you have a director of football, say you have the manager. The manager could be the person who dictates who comes in. I'm hoping, I hope you're wrong, but I get what you're saying, but you might be able to pick up some gems that you won't normally use because they go, it's Sheffield Wednesday calling, I'm going to go to this club. When was the last time we have a normal season? Excuse me. If you think normal, well, 2 playoff seasons where we didn't have anything. I like Liam too, by the way. I think Liam was a cracking player. 2 seasons where we had the playoff final and semi-final, and probably that season just before Milan sold us, I'd say. Even with minor 50, I'm hoping players are attracted by big picture and the future Justin Neuroder will be. Let's hope plowing some serious cash into us. Yeah, that thing, it's going to be interesting. Pre-chance here, I didn't know that sounded like Labour, so that it should go down well with 10 billionaires. But yeah, it's gonna be one of those situations where it'd be interesting to see what happens. Still offer good wages, particularly in League One, and players will come if the wage at the end of the day. True, Barry. Hey, Barry, how you doing, mate? Hope you well. The thing is, it all depends what we're allowed to offer as well. Are we still in a transfer loan fee situation? We've still got that hanging over our heads. It's going to be having to pick up frees, and you will have to pick up frees quickly before anyone else does. The issue I got, if it rumbles on into June, where frees are starting to look up, and you got to think some frees will be looking at World Cup year as well, maybe not doing it. The project is what attracts them. Yeah, I agree. The project is what you got to sell them on. You got to sell them on this is Sheffield Wednesday. This is Sheffield Wednesday Football Club. This is what we're trying to do. Yes, they have a horrible path, but we're going to try and do it. But we'll have to see what happens. But let's be realistic. Starting again in League One means at least 2 seasons. Oh yeah. I've said in the past, I think it can be 2 seasons. I literally think it'll be a season to reset, a season then to go for it, and then it could possibly 3. You got to remember, Sunderland were there for 5 seasons, or 4 or 5 seasons before they got it right with the manager and with getting things in place. And it might be a situation where we're there for 4 seasons. And 4 seasons is too long. But in our position of just trying to get stability again, someone like, say if it is a Mike Ashley, someone like Mike Ashley will want to be back in the Championship as soon as possible. I think with the right backing, we could be straight up look at Wrexham and Birmingham. It all depends, Adam, on what, A, if there's a point deduction next season. B, is loans and loan fees and transfer fees are taken off. C, will we be working underneath a wage cap like Derby did when Derby got out of admin? They had an 8k wage cap they could only go to. So it made it a bit difficult. You got to remember, Derby's a very good example to look at what can happen. It took them 2 seasons. Took them 2 seasons to get out. And I think 2 seasons about right, but they had the right manager at the same time. I thought they said, this is the thing, we never had anything from the EFL saying that they're going to lift it. It's always been, there's been a perceived thing that it could get lifted. It could get lifted. It's very much like the situation with the point deduction. It's on the EFL discretion what happens. It's not a case of us being able to say, yeah, that'll definitely get lifted. You got to remember that restriction isn't at Chancery, that's at the club. Annoyingly, one of those situations where, again, we're the ones feeling the effect because of an ownership that just wasn't great. So it will be interesting to see how it goes with that. But I've got the thing where it was interesting this week that there was an article by Alex Miller that turned around and said that it might not go to the highest bidder. It could be a situation that it goes through to who can get through the vetting stages. And that's where we're at the minute. Someone could go, I bid this, but someone could be like, I'm in a better place to pass the fit and proper person test. You're not going to have to go through so many hoops for me. So there's so much still in the air that could change or do something different. I don't know. It's interesting time we live in at the minute with it, because the admin will have got everything they need in place today. They'll have had a deadline today. People haven't hit that deadline. You snooze, you lose. So, so it's going to be interesting what the club and the people do in terms of what happens next. I just have the situation where just make sure everything is right. So remind me, how much would the new owners have to pay before the 15-point deduction is dropped? 25p to the pound. I believe it's somewhere between, I think last time I checked, it was somewhere between 23 or 25 million, something like that. I can't remember what it was. It's no lower than 30. I just don't see someone buying up for 30. I just hope we don't have to do this again, to be honest. Yeah, same. I never want to see us in this position again. Not in a million years. This should be the be-all and end-all. And I don't see the club selling for 30 million. I just don't. I don't see someone picking us up for 30 million when it's not worth 30 million. It's worth 20, 25 at a push. And even 20, I think, is stretching when you think about it. Like, you see a lot of people turn around and say about Ashley, oh, the asset strip. There's nothing to strip. The carcass is already dead. I shouldn't have a bit on this microphone that I should play with. The carcass is already stripped bare. What we got is what we got. What we need coming in is someone who can pump a lot of money into the training ground, pump a lot of money into the stadium, get a full good team going, structure behind the scenes. So if it's a director of football, then someone else. I think over the next few seasons we should be offering reasonable wages with bonuses rather than silly wages. No, that makes sense. I'll be surprised if someone paid 30 million. I think anyone who gets something out, it can be a low 20 million bid that gets it. It can be anything below 25 million, I think, gets us now. Anyone who bids higher than that to get doing it will have overpaid by a lot. But again, that is what the board group did, and it kind of knackered us a lot with being back in the position again. And I hope they kind of go, look, if there is a big bid like that, like, look, we get it, you're getting it so you want the club, but we've been here already once before. How will we know you can pass everything? What reassurance is that? They gotta get this one right. This has got to be the one that gets us done and dusted, all finished, all done. Because if it doesn't, we're gonna be in trouble again. Like, share, and subscribe, please, as well, if you're new here. Also, I said it at the beginning, but I'll say it now. In this building I'm in right now, it's like a summer house kind of thing. It's pretty decent. I love it. But someone who is a big Wednesday fan, Paul, he said that Wednesday fans will get a discount as well. Wellness Village and Garden Buildings in Eckerton. The website is wellnessvillage.uk, and they do saunas, they do garden pods, they do hut, they do garden rooms. So something very similar to this, something getting that time of year where people start thinking, so give them a look. Ask them what they might be able to do for you. They might be able to do something and set something right for you. You never know. But we'll see what happens next. We will see how the next big thing happens next with Wednesday, because it'll be interesting to see how we get on. Also, KB Prince, you're no Kieran on the old Twitter doing the sign, doing the stadiums and stuff. Really good. Give him a shout. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where we go from here and what happens next, because the next thing we do will dictate the rest of the Sheffield Wednesday era. Well, if Ashley and the Canadian have bid 20 and 22, and we're expecting Thought to bid higher, it's a bit of a stretch to imagine he goes to 30, but finger crossed anyhow. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens on it. Again, it sounds like it could come down to a case of who's going to go through that fit and proper person test. On paper, Ashley's the one that wins that because it's just easy to go through UK stuff. But if it's Ashley, the Canadian, and Torch, it could be something completely different. Who knows? And there'll be a couple of names probably that drop into it again. So we'll have to see. With the Canadian, by the way, like putting his name on the front of shirts, so you will probably be going back to that level again. But I don't know. I'm intrigued to see what happens next, and I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, because at the end of the day, it's not our decision. We are the fans. These are the custodians, which you hope will come in, look after the club, look after it, and make sure it's viable. I'm a bit more optimistic. I think I am a little bit more, to be fair, mate. I just feel like we're ready for this to be done now, so we can start having a plan for the summer. A plan for the summer is needed. Whoever coming in, there'll be a plan set with players, and Henrik, even if Henrik isn't here, he'll have some idea as a plan to get going. But as of right now, I am in that whole thing. I don't want to go into a pre-season where we're having to chase again when we need to hit the ground running. And League One next season is going to be brutal, because we won't get many games off like we have done here unless we get some international players. There won't be like a big break in football. There'll be more football, if anything. You've got FA Cup first round. You've got the VU trophy, which was the pizza trophy. You've got league games. So you've got more games going into it. And we're going to have the squad for it. How come we never play the Blunts in pre-season? Would you really want us to play Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday, the pre-season game? It wouldn't be a pre-season game, mate. Even if there was nothing on the line, it just wouldn't happen. Can you imagine going to pre-season? Your star striker got a broken leg. He only signed on Monday, and on Saturday got a thingy. I'm just looking forward to being competitive. I'm looking forward to winning a game now. I think that first win we get in League One will feel like something weird. I'm looking forward to our first win at home. I'm looking forward to it where we're not constantly going, oh, it's another loss, it's another loss, it's another loss. I'm looking forward to having that whole feeling of being a club again. Because right now, it's so hard to do this. Them days of Steel City Cups are gone. Yep, long gone. You wouldn't see them again. So I think we just got to wait and see what happens next with it all. And see who comes in. All I ask is a plan. Don't take the fan for fools. Don't take the piss. Give us something to be proud of again. Give us the facility for a team to push on and do well. Because the thing is, it's not an easy sell, this club, because it is when you look at the fans and how the fans are, but then when you actually look at what needs fixing and what needs doing, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. The training ground needs so much work doing, and also bring decent kit out. Yeah. I've managed to like this season kit the more I've seen it and got it. As it hurts when it hurts when I stay on my Wednesday fan, people look at me gone out. I think a lot of people just, there've been so many things where there've been lots of good with people going, hey, we've been there. So you've had a couple of fans, Derby fans have been okay with me so far until this weekend. I think they're going to be bad in the comments on thingy on Saturday night. Leicester fans will go, Wigan fans, Ranger fans, Reading fans, all clubs Wrexham fans, all clubs who have been in this situation, Luton fans who know what it's like to have it where your club's in an issue and know that this is the part of the community going if it goes. No one wants to see another club go like a Bury. The problem is, all these rules and things that come in place, I've seen more clubs get into trouble since bringing in FFP and crap than I did beforehand. How's that work out? How's that work out that you hear more clubs getting in trouble with the things that are meant to stop people getting in trouble? Doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense. Like the new playoff push in the championship next season, you're gonna have more clubs go and try and hit the wall in January. You're gonna have more clubs trying to go for it big in January in the championship because they're nearly there. I hate the new playoff plans. I hate it. I think it's crap. I generally think it's going to cause more clubs to be in financial mess. I think more clubs are going to go for it from a lower point where they're not, overextend the budget to try and get playoffs, and if they don't get it, what happens then? I generally think you're going to see more. Like, I hate the new plans. I think they're dumb. I really do. There's nothing wrong with the setup it is now. And people said it'll make it more exciting, it'll make it more money. It'll make it more money. It will make it more exciting for people going from like 7th and 8th, but I think it'll cause more of a drain on clubs who may not have those resources just to stretch out, and they might go a bit over their budget. Like, I don't know if I'm if you think differently, tell me otherwise. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think of the playoff push? I'm not a fan of it, but it is what it is. I still am with pride and generally happy that we still have a club and the community giving all chance to it done. Yep, same. Thing is, the stupid thing is, I would be a hypocrite if I said I wouldn't be happy if Sheffield Wednesday were in the playoff place if we finished 8th or 7th. I'd be like, great, we're in the playoffs. But at the same time, I don't like it. I don't like it, but again, I get what you're saying. I think it gives an opportunity for likes of clubs like us. I do agree. When Norwich the other week, the amount of fans that came getting to just to talk and support was incredible. Yep. You might get that at Derby. I doubt it, but we'll see. I think it's a. I get the idea of giving other clubs a chance, and I think it'll give like clubs like a Luton who did well to get to that 6th place. I worry that it might make some clubs over at speed. Let's have a look at the table right now. Right. If this was going to be introduced now, right? Say this was it coming in this year, as such, championship. Right now, there's 11 games to go, and from Swansea down from 6th, talk it here, from QPR down to that 15th, 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th, 10th, and 9th. They could all go in the playoffs. Because the playoff situation at the minute, if you're doing it now, Southampton 53, Derby 51, Watford 51, Bristol 50, Preston, Birmingham on 49, Sheffield United on 48, Stoke and QPR on 47, and Swansea on 46. Money kills. Ironically, since FFP came in into 4th, to going into gun ho fight. Yeah, more clubs. Yeah, exactly. It been that way for ages. Big Red. And evening, mate. Much appreciate you being in. But yeah, I said that earlier. Since FFP came in, more clubs seem to be struggling than they used to be. How's that work out? This was meant to come in and stop clubs struggling. It was meant to prevent it. If anything, it made it worse. Not a fan of the playoffs at all. Hateful American concept. I don't mind playoffs. What I will hate to see them do is do what they do in some countries where there's a relegation playoff, where if you might be in the relegation zone, but you've got to have a playoff to see who actually goes down. Don't like that idea either. I'm not going to lie. I don't like that idea at all. I don't think relegation should be relegation. And the thing is, they've done it to Championship. They've not done it to League One. They've not done it to League Two. So we'll see what happens. I said this to you the other day. Look at Leicester. The playoff thing will potentially put more clubs in the Prem, which a few Prem clubs didn't like though. Like the thought of bringing the quality down. True. Yep. Yeah. It'll be interesting what happens. But guys, I've been on for nearly an hour, so I will speak to you Monday when we do a debrief if I get a chance. Monday's always a weird one. I feel the debrief this year has been really weird to do, just because it's been very difficult. Oh, that was a crackle. It's been very difficult to do because of how many games we lost. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Austerity, Brexit, cost of living, post-quality, greed from owners are all pulling strain on finances, fan struggles. So will the clubs. Yeah, true. Cheers, Mark. Thank you for watching. Right, guys, I'm going to go and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.